Track sign here at the Winter Circle, and I am very excited to be joined by a couple of special guests here. We've got Jeremy Nolan and John Tapp all the way from Australia to watch the races here at the Red Mile. And Jeremy, you actually run the tour. You've got folks from Australia and New Zealand. How many folks you guys have along for the trip?
Yeah, thanks. We have 30 people all up, and we have people from Australia and New Zealand, trainers, harness race enthusiasts, breeders, and people that have been in the industry for a long time. We've come to America on a tour with John here's came with us, John Tapp, and we've been to the Jug, we've been to Hoosier Park, and now we're at Red Mile. And I must say one thing, that the people in America, everywhere we've been, whether they're trainers, whether they're owners, whatever, have been more the hospitality has been unbelievable. You know, I can't thank the American harness racing industry. They've just been fantastic.
Well, on behalf of everyone here in the States, in particular Kentucky, we welcome you guys. We're glad to have you. And John Tapp here, a legend in Australia. 50 years you've been calling the races. You've been involved as a media personality, training, driving. You've done it all.
Yes, Dave, probably a little too much. I fall over myself sometimes. I'd like to echo Jeremy's sentiments in extending my thanks to everyone with whom we've been in contact for the great warmth and hospitality that has been extended to us. We've travelled through 7 states altogether, but I've got to say I've been more relaxed and more at home, I think, in Kentucky than anywhere else.
Well, we're glad to hear that, and again, welcome. No, it's not your first trip to the States. I understand 1967, you actually called the Washington International, a big thoroughbred race up at Laurel Park.
Yes, Dave, a great Australian horse by the name of Tobin Bronze was taken over there to run against the world's best on turf over 1.5 miles. He ran third behind 2 legendary gallopers, Fort Marcy and Damascus. And I had the great thrill and great honour to call that race. Would have been more fitting had Tobin Bronze been able to win, but he struck interference and did well to run third. You said 1967, it's a long time ago.
It's only a number. It's no big deal. Not that long ago. A bit more recently, you were at Hollywood Park. You caught a few meets out there in the 90s, I understand.
It was, in fact, in 1990. Marjorie Everett, the late Marjorie Everett, who ran the Hollywood Park track, was anxious to try the Australian style of race calling on the American on-track crowds. And I was fortunate enough to be given the opportunity to have a working holiday over there. And I think I called about 6 race meetings in total. I brought with me a young fellow from Australia by the name of Michael Rona, who is still here. 24 years later, he's called at many tracks. He's currently at Golden Gate Fields in San Francisco. Again, that was a long time ago, but a wonderful experience. And Hollywood Park was sold recently and is gone, and I find that sad.
It was definitely a big loss for the entire racing industry. I think both harness, thoroughbred, they've hosted a lot of classic events over the years. Guys, it is a pleasure to have you here in Lexington. Hopefully you'll come back and join us again.
Thank you, Dave.
We're going to send it back upstairs to you, Sam.
Well, thanks very much, Gabe.
Loss